Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. We're going to play a little Fran Tarkenton Dice Football. I've modded it to play solitaire better. If you're new to the channel, it's Dice Football. It's not our normal thing. It's not PC simulation. And we've modded it for... Oh, sound check works. I always like when the sound check works. We don't need my voice in stereo sound. Hello, Broke Black Man 94, moderator extraordinaire. Check out that wonderful channel, Broke Black Man 94, aka David the Saint, for movie and TV reviews and recaps. Also, thank you very much to Johnny B. Crazy jumping the chat. Check out that wonderful channel. Lots of Game of Thrones, lots of really fun stuff on there. So it's Johnny B. Crazy and Broke Black Man 94. So, and Phantomatics jumped in the chat. How are you, my friend? So I've modded the game a little bit, and if you have any questions, I'll check the chat every once in a while. I like to get the game going. Again, it works off the dice, and it is a offensive play calling game. In today's matchup, we have the 1968 New York Jets and Joe Willie Namath, and the 1968 Baltimore Colts, who were actually led by MVP Earl Morrall. Johnny Unitas would come into play in the Super Bowl, but we're not playing with any subs or injuries, so we're just going to play with the starting lineups. For the Baltimore Colts, the starting lineup, offensively, of course, Earl Morrall at quarterback, NFL MVP. The fullback is Hill. The halfback is Maddie. The split end is Orr. The flanker is Richardson. The tight end, the legendary John Mackey. For the New York Jets, Joe Willie Namath at quarterback. The fullback is Snell. Halfback is Boozer. Split end Sauer. Flanker Maynard. And the tight end Pete Lamons. And now we're going to roll to see who gets the kickoff. As I lost. Oh, there's the important pen. We need that. That's how we keep track of that. All right. So the Jets, if it's an odd number, will get the kickoff. Even number goes to the Colts. And it's a 4 even number. So the Colts will receive. The Jets will kick off. And a kickoff is 2 ticks off the clock. Jets will kick off from their 40. Turner will do the kickoff. And that's a 35. And the kickoff for 35 is a 60-yard kickoff, and that's in the end zone. The Colts will down it and take it at the 20. So 1st and 10 for the 1968 Baltimore Colts and Earl Morrall. The Colts have an 8 defense against offensive plays, and the Jets have a 7 defense against offensive plays. Let's go to the Colts card here that I made on the spreadsheet. We've modded it a bit, so we can't just give the ball to the same guy over and over again. Earl Morrall can throw the ball 22 times. Hill can carry 15 times. John Maddie, 18. Hill and Maddie, 2 receptions apiece. Or Richardson, 3 receptions apiece, and John Mackey, the tight end, 4 receptions apiece. And it actually comes out pretty, I took receptions from backups and stuff like that. So it's going to be interesting that way. I don't call, like when I was a kid, when I used to play as the Giants, I would call Fran Tarkenton and scramble over and over again. I think my friends would want to bludgeon me after because he was a 10 out of 10 play. All right, so first down for the Colts on their 20. And they're going to give the ball handoff to Hill, the fullback. This is a 7 offensive play against a 7 defense, so no adjustment in the dice roll. And it is a blank black die, which means we go to the green, and that's a 6. So they're keying the fullback. Well, he lucked out on that. And it's a 24. And an F, first column, 24, no gain. So 2nd and 10 for the Colts as the Jets smother under Hill. 3 ticks off the clock. So he has 1 rush, no yards. So 2nd and 10 for the Baltimore Colts on their 20. And we're going to go with a little trick play here. We're going to go halfback option pass, John Maddie, and this is an 8 offensive play call. So he's going to try to hit the left end. Here's the halfback option pass for the Colts. Can they catch the Jets off guard? And it is a black die blank 6. Keying the fullback, so that's an F. And that's a bad defensive play call, but it's going to go up 1. So 36 goes to 44. That's a 16-yard gain from the halfback option pass from John Maddie to the left end, or split end, or. So a 16-yard catch for Orr from the halfback option pass. Again, that's a 36, 7 defense. It's an 8 offensive play call. They had the wrong play call. They're keying the fullback. And that goes to 16 yards. So that is 10 out to the, oh, that's there. 10, 15, out to the 36-yard line, 1st and 10. For the Colts. 3 ticks off the clock. Halfback option pass. We get to run one of those, and we just did, so we can't run that anymore. So John Maddie completes the first pass of the game. That was 1 for 16. 1 for 1. 16 yards. And that was complete to Orr. 16 yards. So that play call is done. So 1st and 10 on the 36. And they're going to go hand off to the fullback once again. Inside run to Hill. And they have the right play call. It's a D, which means it's a right play call. Defense sniffs it out. It's a 7 offensive play against a 7 defense. So that's going to stay at 25. And plus 1 yard, so Hill keeps his legs churning and he struggles for 1 yard. So 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9. Earl Merle has yet to throw a pass. And Hill, 2 carries now, 1 yard. 2nd and 9. Short pass to Mackey, the tight end, and this is an 8 offensive play against a 7 defense, so the dice roll will go up 1. Earl Morrow looking for John Mackey, the tight end, and that is a 45. That's a good toss, and it's going to be a good catch. Black die is blank, so we go to the green die, the defense, and that's a 6. And they're keying the fullback, Hill, so it's going to be a 45. And the F is in the 2nd column, and that's the bad column for the defense. You don't want to be there if you're the defense. So it's a 45, and it goes to a 46. That's a 13-yard gain for John Mackey. So that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1st and 10 on the Jets' 49-yard line as Baltimore continues to move the ball. We forgot to mark the run. That's 3 for the run. That was 1 yard. And then the pass. That's another 3. And Mackey, 13-yard reception for John Mackey. And that's Earl Morrell's first completion. So he is 1 for 1, 13 yards. And Mackey now has 3 more receptions in him. 1 for 13. Beautiful. So 1st and 10 on the Jets 49. And we're going to go pitch out. Make sure. Pitch out to the halfback is a 5. I need reading glasses as you get old, your eyes. And that's a 7. So that's going to be an even play call. It'll stay on the dice roll. Pitch out to John Maddie. And, oh, they have that smothered under. 16. It'll stay a 16. The D means they're keying Maddie. So a 16 on an H, because that's keying the halfback. A G, excuse me. 16, pitch out halfback. Minus a yard, so Mackey smothered under, and it'll be 2nd and 11. So 2nd and 11. As John Mackey's first carry is not as successful as his first pass. So it's going to be 1 and minus a yard for John Mackey. So 2nd and 11 from midfield. And they're going to go screen pass. Screen pass. And it's either an 11 or a 12. Actually, we're going to go short to the left end. Short pass, left end, Bobby Orr. Can Earl Morrow complete another pass here? And he will not, as that's a 1-4. It'll go up 1. So it's a blank black die. It's a 4. And they're playing pass, but they're playing for the deeper pass. So 1-4 goes to 1-5. And that is incomplete. So it's going to be 3rd and 11 with 10 minutes to go in the first quarter. 3rd and 11. So Morrow is 1 for 2. 3rd and 11. ID Gestures join us in the chat. How you doing, my friend? Also Alicia Kingston. Hope all is well. Check out ID Gestures channel. Military strategy, sports, RPGs. Alicia Kingston. Big Game of Thrones fan. Thank you. So it is 3rd and 11. And Morrow's going to come out throwing on 3rd and 11. Medium pass to the tight end, John Mackey. And medium passes are 9s. So this is going to go up 2 dice rolls. And they're going to look for John Mackey here, the tight end. That's an 18. Let me make sure I'm looking at that. Yep, so that's going to go up 2 against the 7 defense. So Morrow on 3rd and 11. Can he hit John Mackey? And he will not. As again, I'm rolling cold for pass plays. The defense is an 8, and they're keying the tight end. It's going to go up 2, though. So 13 goes to 14, goes to 15, keying the halfback. The tight end is an H, last column. 15, incomplete. So the Jets hold. Baltimore moves no further into Jets territory. Just over 9 minutes to play, and this thing has pooped the bed. Really? I just bought you, you freaking... Alright. Well, the good news is I have more of these things. Get another dry pen out. So they'll have to punt. Oh, let's go with a red marker. That should stand out. Alright. Excellent. So they will have to punt. Oh, look at that. Pretty. So they'll punt from midfield. We'll mark 2 for the punt and the return. With now leave us 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. So here comes the punter for the Jets, and that's going to be Jim Turner. Is Turner the punter? And I'm sorry, John Maddie was the punter for the Colts, the running back. And receiving for the Jets is going to be Mathis. So Mathis is back on the punt. Here's the punt. And that's a pretty good punt by John Maddie. That's a 45 on the punt. And again, we go off the chart right on the field. 45, 46-yard punt. That's going to pin them down to the 4-yard line. We're not going to fair catch it. So Mathis will come with the return here. Needs a big dice roll. That's a 35 on the punt return. 35. That's 5 yards on the punt return. So they'll bring it out. 1st and 10 from the 9. Here comes Joe Wooly Namath and the New York Jets to face the Baltimore Colts. The Colts have an 8 defense, so most of the Jets players are going to go down by 1 roll. Jets are going to start off 1st and 10 on their 9. 5 is a pitch out to Emerson Boozer, and that's an 8, so this play will stay even. They're going to go to Emerson Boozer on the pitch out, their halfback. And that is a huge roll. They got the right play call, but it's a 66. A 66 cannot be changed. So that's going to be whatever it is. Does not go down. If you roll a double 1 or a 66, it stays. Cannot be altered by adjusting defenses or offensive play calls. So a 66, a pitch out, Emerson Boozer breaks out for a first down. That's a 12-yard gain. So 1st and 10 on the 21. Emerson Boozer gets around the corner. Finally dragged down. 1st and 10 on the 21. Just over 8 minutes to play in the first quarter. And so Boozer, let's go to here, gets his first carry. 1 carry, 12 yards. Cool. And I've been working on adapting other years. Actually, I'm modding this whole game because I have no life and I like doing this stuff. Actually, I do have a life because I enjoy doing this stuff. So, 1st and 10 from the 21. Namath is going to go pitch out to Boozer again. And this time it's a 2, so it's a black dice blank 2. Corresponds with the defensive cards. That's a B. That's a standard defense. And that will stay even at a 24. So a pitch out on a B24. No gain. Smothered under this time. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 21 for the Jets. No gain for Boozer this time. Two carries, 12 yards. So 2nd and 12. And Joe Namath will go with the number 12 offensive play, which is a screen to Emerson Boozer. So they're going to stick with their halfback here. That's an 8 against an 8. So they'll stay even. And no luck of the dice there. And again, it's a base. Blank die, green 2, A, B. Corresponds base defense 1-4 on the flare pass and incomplete. So Joe Willie Namath, his first toss is no good. 7 minutes to play in the first quarter, no score. And Namath is now 0 for 1. So Boozer has been all the offense. They've gone to him 3 times. So Boozer, so a big 3rd and 10 for the Jets. 3rd and 10. Jets are going to go with a medium pass to their flanker, Don Maynard. Namath back to pass, looking for Maynard on the medium pass. It'll go down 1 because it's a 7 offensive play. And they're keying the receivers, so they have Maynard keyed because it's a D. And it's a 25, goes down to a 24. Incomplete. So after that big run to start off the drive by Emerson Boozer, the Jets will have to punt as Joe Willie Namath is incomplete on 2 tosses. And here comes Turner, we're going to say to punt from his 21. And back is the all-purpose back, John Matty. Here's the punt for the Jets. Why couldn't I get that roll on the previous play? So the punt is a 46, and you just go right to the chart on the field. And a 46 is a 47-yard punt. Just make it a 48. We'll back it up 1. 10, 20, 30, 40, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what we got? After the return, there'll be 6 minutes to play in the first quarter. And here comes John Matty from his 32. And John Matty rips off a good run, 56. And that's a 28-yard return for John Matty. And we'll just back it up to 10, 20, 30. Out past. Make sure it's there. 10, 20, yep. So he returns it to the Jets' 40-yard line, 1st and 10. So once again, the big bad Baltimore Colts of the NFL have great field position against the AFL New York Jets. Let's go to the chat real quick. Dog Sidious has jumped in the chat. How you doing, my friend? Hope all is well. Dog, isn't there a big Ohio State game on today? Don't they open up today? As Alicia Kingston says, you're doing well, Al. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This game got me hooked to sports sims. So Baltimore will take over. And before I mess up, let's get to the right. And once I get this modded, I'm actually going to just give this game to people. And it's going to be really cool. I'm working on different seasons and different teams. I figured out, I've reversed engineered it already. It wasn't too hard. All right, where are the Colts? There are the Colts. So here comes Earl Moore on the Baltimore Colts, and it's a Saturday. You know how I know it's a Saturday? Because I get those bullshit phone calls all the time. Be right back. And I am back. So it's 1st and 10. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Intermission, as Alicia Kingston says. And she says, I'm enjoying your narration. So 1st and 10 from the 40. And Earl Morrell is going to come out throwing on 1st down. He's going to look for the left end. The flanker, Richardson. Short pass to Richardson. 1st and 10 on the 40. And that goes off the 14. It's an 8. It's going to go up 1 roll. Morrell to Richardson. 24 on a 7. And a 7 is King, the halfback. Left end Richardson. And that is a G. And that's not in the good column. So 24 goes to 25. And that's complete for 5 yards. So for 2nd and 10. 2nd and 5, excuse me, from the 35. And 3 more ticks go off the clock. Just over 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. 2nd and 5 for the Colts. And Morrell, that was his 3rd pass attempt. He's now 2 for 3 for 18 yards. I have to do math in my head. Oh, God. And Richardson has his 1st reception for 5 yards. So 2nd and 5 from the 35. And they're going to give the ball to Jerry Hill, the fullback. This stays even. It's a 7-play call against a 7 defense. And Jerry Hill is smothered under. The Jets say none shall pass as they're playing the run and they're keying Hill, the fullback. And it's a 13. It stays at a 13. The D makes it the right call. Disregard the green die as I've modded the game. So it's a 13F minus 2 yards. The Jet front 7 smother under Jerry Hill. Minus 2, right? Yes. 1, 2. So that's going to be 3rd and 7 now. Just over 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. Jerry Hill now has 3 carries for -2 yards. The Colts have rushed for -3 yards on 4 carries. So 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7. And they're going to go short to the tight end, John Mackey. This is an 8 offensive play call against a 7. So it's going to go up 1. And John Mackey, that's a 26, but no penalty because it goes up one. So 26 goes to 33, and it's a 7. They're keying the halfback. So that is a G. Bad defensive play call. 7 yards and a first down. So Morrill to Mackey comes through once again in the clutch, and that's John Mackey's second reception. So Baltimore on the move here with under 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. 7 yards for John Mackey. He now has 2 receptions for 20 yards. So 1st and 10 on the 30. They're going to go back to their run game. It hasn't produced anything. Pitch out to Tom Maddie, the halfback. I think I called him John Maddie. It's Tom Maddie. And that is a 34. And the pitch out for Baltimore is a 7. So that stays even. And it's a 5 defense. And that they're keying the receivers on that. So it's not a good play call. Pitch out E on a 34. 4-yard gain for John Maddie. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6 from the Jets 27. 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. 2nd and 6. They're going to give it to Jerry Hill. Jerry Hill, the handoff to the fullback. Let's see. Oh, I got to put that on the chart or I'm going to forget. So 2 carries for Maddie. He picked up 4, had -1, so he has 3 yards now. And now they're going to give the ball to the fullback, right up the middle of Jerry Hill. And that Hill breaks a few tackles here. And it's going to be a base defense because it's a black die, blank. Green die is 0. 0 means it's a base defense. So that's going to be a B. And it's a 45. They'll stay at a 45, so handoff. 45B, 7 yards and a first down. So they get down to the 19-yard line of the Jets. Baltimore on the move here in the first quarter. Just over 2 minutes to play in the first quarter of football. We're scoreless here in the I Guarantee Bowl. So 1st and 10 from the 19, and that's a 7-yard gain for Hill. He's finally on the positive. -2 until that 7, so he has 5 yards. Baltimore, 6 carries, 8 yards. Not stellar, but they're starting to steadily move the ball. So 1st and 10 from the 19, just over 2 minutes to play in the first quarter, scoreless here. And Baltimore's going to go medium pass on 1st down. Medium pass to Orr. So a medium pass to Orr, the end, so it's a 16, and this is a 9, so this goes up 2 dice rolls, and that's a leaner, so we're going to roll that over. That's a 34 against a base defense because it's an X, so again it goes to base defense, so it's going to be a B, so 34 to the end, or, and it's a B, goes 35, 36, and that's a 14-yard completion. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, down to the 5. So 1st and goal. 1st and goal with under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter for the Baltimore Colts and Earl Morrill, the MVP of 1968 in the NFL. And so what did I say that was? 34 goes 35, 36, 14 yards. To Orr. So he now has 2 receptions, 30 yards, and he's good for 1 more reception. Earl Morrill's now 3 of 4 for 32 yards. Did I do my math right? That can't be right. Oh, yeah, because 16 yards went to, 32 yards. Because Maddie had the halfback option pass. So 1st and goal from the 5. Jets have to hold here. First and goal from the 5. They're going to go short pass. Short pass to the tight end, John Mackey. And that is a blank black die. It's a 7. And they're keying the halfback. But it's a 1-6 that goes up to a 2-2. So 1-6 goes to 2-2. And that is incomplete. So it's 2nd and 10. So Earl Morrill cannot connect up with the big tight end, John Mackey. 1 minute left in the first quarter in the I Guarantee Bowl, and we're still scoreless. Morrill, 3 of 5 now, 32 yards. So 2nd and goal from the 5. They're going to go right back to John Mackey again on the slant into the tight end. Short pass. And this time, folks, they're keying Mackey. The D means they're keying the right play call. But it's a 45 that goes to a 46. And they are playing the tight end on a 46. Touchdown! Morrill to Mackey. So we had the incomplete. Then we had the touchdown. So that ends the first quarter. So 6-0. So John Mackey gets a touchdown here on the 5-yard pass. He now has 3 receptions and a touchdown. Earl Morrill now has 38 yards passing, 4 completions, and 6 attempts, and he has a touchdown. And I should probably mark the score somewhere. So 6-yard TD pass to Mackey, tight end from Morrill. We await the extra point. Who the hell was their kicker? I didn't mark that down. Kicker. A lot of these teams just use like linemen. I kind of remember in '68. Not that I was born. I believe they used a lineman who was their kicker. So did I shut all that stuff down? I did. God damn it. I don't know who their kicker was. So we're just gonna go for the extra point. 13 and better, he makes the extra point. A 12, he shanks it. And an 11, it's blocked. 23, the extra point is good, so we're just going to say kick good. I think they had an offensive lineman who kicked straight ahead. And at the end of the first quarter, it is 6-0 Colts. So let's go to the chat for a moment after I erase. We go to the second quarter. As the board is going to take a pooper as it's going to fall. Well, the red does not come off as well as the black. Not bad. All right, let's go to the chat. We have Dog Sidious and Broke Black Man 94. And we have Alan Shaw. How you doing, Alan? Friend across the pond. ID gesture. Don't see anything. Oh, Dog City says, I opened up Hangouts and the stream from webcam schedule an event and still locked on customs. Huh. So, all right, we'll talk about that after, Dog. Alicia. Oh, yes, I will send you my address. I forgot. Sorry, Alicia. Yep. All right, so second quarter. And we have to kick off. It's going to be John Matt. We're going to say John Matty kicks off. He did a lot of stuff for them. From the 40. So the Jets trail 7-0. I put 6. My faux pas. Extra point was good. 7. And back. We're going to say Maynard's back. Here's the kickoff by Tom Maddie. I keep calling him John Mackey. And he gets a good kickoff here from the 40. That is a 45. And that's 65 yards. And that is in the end zone. And the Jets will down it. No return. They'll take it 1st and 10 from their 20. Trailing in the I Guarantee Bowl 7-0. As the Colts scored just before the half on a 6-yard touchdown pass from the quarterback Earl Morrill to the tight end John Mackey. The kick was good. Go to the Jets here. Yeah. Okay. So here comes Joe Wooly Namath, Broadway Joe. Here's Namath and the Jets, 1st and 10 on their 20. And if Al could find their offensive play sheet, we could get started. You can only flip the thing so many ways, Al Red Sox fan, and there it is. There it is. Oop, there it is, right? All right, so 1st and 10 from the 20. Namath going for it all. He's going to go deep pass to Sauer, the left end on 1st down. Can he catch the Colts off guard? And that's an 8, so it stays even. But it's only a 25 and a 5 defense, and they're covering the wideouts, so they were not fooled. Incomplete. So 2nd and 10. Namath has not fooled the Senior League of the NFL. The AFL struggling here so far in this game. So 2nd and 10. And they're going to go to their money man, Emerson Boozer. Pitch out to Emerson Boozer, the halfback. And they're keying Boozer, 24. And that stays at a 24. So they have the right play call because they get the D on the black dice. No gain. No gain. So 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10, just over 13 minutes of play in the half. And the Jets trailing 7-0. So I have to mark an incomplete. Namath is 0 for 3. And Boozer, now 3 carries for only 12 yards, that one 12-yard run. So 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. Flare pass to the halfback. Once again, they go to Boozer. This is an 8 offensive play call. Make sure I got that. 9. What's the 9? That's a draw to the halfback. We need a big roll there, though. I don't like that play call. Medium pass. Medium pass to the tight end. Lamons. Namath to Lamons. Oh, double ones. They're keying the tight end. And that is an H, and that is a pickoff. So Joe Namath is picked off and brought down immediately. No return. So the pickoff will be at the Jets 33. So the interception goes to the linebacker. Good coverage there. As they were doubling Mackey. Linebacker underneath, safety over the top. And the linebacker is Curtis. Mike Mad Dog Curtis gets the pick. We had the incompletion too. 12 minutes of play, and Baltimore's lined up in good field position. So Namath finally completes a pass. Unfortunately, if you're a Jets fan, it's to the Colts. And Mike Curtis gets the pick. And Curtis pick. And Baltimore will take over 1st and 10 on the Jets 33. And here comes Earl Morrill. He just threw a touchdown pass before the end of the first quarter to the tight end, John Mackey. Here are the Baltimore Colts. Morrill, 1st down. 1st down for Earl Morrill. And he's going to go medium pass to the flanker, Richardson, at the 17. And this is a 9, excuse me. So that's going to go up 2 against the 7 Jets defense. And that is a X, so it's a base defense. So it's a B. Flanker, that's a 34. B. And this will be a completion. It goes to 35, 36, 14 yards and a first down. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Down to the 19. So Morrill comes out throwing. MVP form so far. Just under 11 minutes of play in the half. 7-0 Colts. 14 yards. So Morrill is now 5 of 7 for 52 yards. And Richardson now has 2 receptions for 19 yards. 1st and 10 from the 19. Flare pass. Baltimore's going to go flare pass to Tom Maddie. I keep calling him John Maddie. And that's a 7. So it's a 12. So it's a 7. Offensive play and a 7. Defense stays even. They go 66. They're keying Maddie, though, but the 66 stays. Obviously, it's an even play anyway. 28 yards, but we only need a 19 touchdown, so they hit Tom Maddie out in the flat. He stiffs arm 2 Jets, plows over another, and leaps into the end zone on the 19-yard flare out. Touchdown, 13-0 Colts. So John Maddie, first reception, 19 yards. It would have been good for 28, and he has a touchdown. And the Colts are up 13-0. Earl Morrill now has 66 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. 6 of 8, and we await the extra point. So that was a 19. I messed that up. That's 19 yards. What'd I do? What? 19. 19 yards. 19-yard TD pass to Maddie from Morrill. We await the extra point. Here it is. And 1-4. Whoa, he just sneaks it in. So that's good. So 5 ticks, 3 for the touchdown pass, and 2 for the extra point. Actually, I probably, who cares? All right, 10 minutes to play. So the kick was good, and it's 14-0 now. As if you don't know anything about the AFL and NFL, they obviously hated each other, their rival leagues. Fran Tarkenton played for the Giants. The Giants were an NFL team, so they kind of skewed the numbers for the NFL. It's very difficult for an AFL team, unless you're rolling hot for them, to beat an NFL team in this game. So that's 14-0 now. They score on the turnover. Costly interception by Joe Willie Namath. And 10 minutes of play in the half. And that was 19 yards. So I got to add 5 more. So that's 72. 72. I did 14, I think, for Earl Morrill. All right. Go to the Jets. And Tom Maddie will kick off from his 40. Tom Maddie doing it all. Here's the kickoff. Back is Don Maynard for the Jets. And that's a 26. And that is a penalty on the kickoff. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's roll for the penalty. All the charts are right on the field. So 26, and that is a 45 for the penalty. Offsides defense, that would be the kick team. So that backs them up 5. They'll kick from the 35 now. And again, Tom Maddie will kick off. Double ones as he shanks it. That's a 40-yard punt. Kickoff, excuse me. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40. Fielded at the 25. Here comes Maynard with the return. Let's just tick those 2 off before we forget. So Don Maynard looking for a big return. Jets down 14-0. Maynard gets a 25 on the kickoff return, and that's a 26-yard return. So they will be the 49-yard line of the Colts. So a short kick and a good return by Maynard. And here comes Joe Namath and the Jets in Baltimore territory, down by 2 scores. 1st and 10 on the Colts 49. See if the Jets can get anything going here. Again, Namath 0 for 4 with a pick. Boozer's been that one offensive play to start the game, the 12-yard run on the pitch out, and that's about it. So here's Joe Willie Namath. And Namath going to go pitch out to Emerson Boozer. This stays even. And they have Boozer keyed. 24. Second column, G, 24. No gain. 2nd and 10. My God. A Colts smothering under Emerson Boozer. He will not. They don't want him to get any more 12-yard runs on his first carry. Things look good for the Jets, and that's about it. 4 carries now, 12 yards. So 2nd and 10. They're going to go hand off to the fullback, Matt Snell. Hand off to the fullback, Matt Snell. He'll be his first carry. Matt Snell was the should have been the MVP of Super Bowl 1. They gave it to Joe Namath. Rushed for over 100 yards against the Colts. This is a 7. Colts have an 8 defense, so it's going to go down 1 unless it's a 66. And it's a 46. They're keying Snell. So the Colts defense is up to the task. So 46. It goes down to a 45. Gain of 4. And it's going to be 3rd and 6. So Snell picks up positive yards. 8 minutes of play in the half. 14-0 Colts. 3rd and 6. Snell, first carry, 4 yards. 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6. Jets on 3rd and 6. They're going to go draw Emerson Boozer. Emerson Boozer on the draw, hoping to catch the Colts blitzing. This is an 8. Make sure I got that right. Yep, it's an 8, so it stays even. And it's a 26. It's a penalty. There's a flag here. And let's see who it's on. So that's going to be 2 no matter what. So on 3rd and 6, little hanky hits the field. A yellow hanky. And now let's see who the penalty's on. That's a 1-6. And a 1-6. 5 yards on the offense. They move too soon. So instead of 3rd and 6, it will be 3rd and 11 on the penalty. So 3rd and 11, Namath and the Jets break the huddle. Third and 11, medium pass to the tight end. Do we want to do that? Yep, medium pass to the tight end, Lamons. It'll go down 1, need a big roll. 35 on a base defense. That's a B, goes to 34. 10 yards. 1 yard short. That's where the defensive adjustment comes in. The 35 would have been a first down if it was an even defense. But a 7 pass play on this play call against an 8 defense, and it adjusts from a 35 to a 34, so it's going to be 4th and 1. A 10-yard pickup to the tight end, Pete Lamons, and the Jets, way out of field goal range, will stay on the field offensively and try to pick up this conversion. So Lamons gets his first reception for 10 yards as he stretched but could not get that first down, and Joe Willie Namath completes his second pass, and this one is a good one because it's to his own team, as he's now 1 of 5 for 10 yards and a pick. So 4th and 1. 4th and 1. Big play here for the Jets. Colts trying to hold them. 4th and 1. A quarterback sneak for the Jets is a 3. And they're god-awful because Namath had horrible legs. My God, that play call is a 3. We'll never call that play. So 4th and 1. Pitch out to Emerson Boozer. They're going to try to go. God, but it's an 8. We need a 25 or better. Pitch out to Emerson Boozer. It stays even. Can Boozer turn the corner? And he will. They're keying Boozer, but to no avail. As that's a 45, it stays at a 45. And that's a 5-yard gain. So Emerson Boozer gets the 35, picks up the first down, gets around the corner. Tough running by Emerson Boozer, the halfback. 1st and 10 for the Jets on the 35. 6 minutes to play in the half. They're down 2 scores, 14-0. So Emerson Boozer now has 5 carries. What did I say, 4 yards? Was that 4 yards? 45, pitch out, key, 5 yards. No, 5 yards. 17 yards. So 1st and 10 from the 35. They're going to go pitch out again to Emerson Boozer. See if he can stay hot. And he shall not stay hot. As that is a 1-2 on a 3. That's a blitz. So they're blitzing, a run blitz. Pitch out, C, 1-3, and Boozer loses 3 yards, smothered under by the front 7 of the Baltimore Colts. And I'll bring up 2nd and 13. The Jets just don't like to deal with success, it seems. 5 minutes to play in the half. -3 for Emerson Boozer. Down to 14 yards on 6 carries. So 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Namath will go back to pass. And he's going to look for Don Maynard, the flanker. Short pass. This will go down 1. Namath needs to zip it in there. 25 goes down to a 24. And it's a 6. They're keying the fullback, so that's an F. 24F. He still zips it into Maynard for 5 yards. So that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 13. So it's going to be 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. Completion to Maynard for 5 yards. Nice diving catch by Maynard. And that's Maynard's first reception. 1 for 5. So 3rd and 8. Just over 4 minutes to play. Jets have the ball on the Baltimore 33. 3rd and 8. Going to go short to Maynard again. Going right back to Don Maynard, the flanker. And that is a 1-6. And that's going to go down. Incomplete. So it's 4th down. And that was a 9, which means it's a base defense. So 0 and 9 is a base defense. If you roll a 2, it's a base defense. And if you get an X, it's a base defense. Seems to work out okay. So incomplete. 4th and 13. 4 minutes to play in the half. As this thing went flying. 4th and 8, I'm sorry. 4th and 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4th and 8. 4th and 8 from the 33. We're going for it because we're out of field goal range. It would be, got to add 7. 40-yard field goal. For Turner to bang in a 40-yard field goal, he has to roll a 56. Yeah, I don't think so. 4th and 8. Jets and the offense stay out there. They need 8 yards. Medium pass to Lamont, the tight end. So that's an 18-play call. And it's a 7. It'll go down 1. 36 on a base defense. Goes to 35. Complete! So Namath to Lamont for 11 yards. 8, 9, 10, 11. Down to the 24-yard line. What a pitch and catch by Namath to Pete Lamont, the tight end. Just over 3 minutes of play in the half. They pick up a crucial 4th down and 8. So Joe Willie Namath, Broadway Joe, waking up. He's now 2 of 6. And actually, I missed... he's 3 of 7, actually. 3 of 7. He had 5 yards. It's 15. Then 36 goes to 35. That's 11. So that's 26 yards. And Lamont now has 2 receptions for 21 yards. What a big 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 from the 24 of the Colts. Jets on the move here. 3 minutes to play in the half. Jets trail 14-0. Flare pass to Emerson Boozer. This is an 8 offensive play call, so it'll stay even. And that's a 12 here. Oh my Lord! It's a double 1, and that's going to be picked off once again. Joe Namath is going to be picked on the base defense, and that's going to be returned for 25 yards by Mike Curtis. Gets his 2nd pick. No, actually, we're going to give it to Volk, the safety. So 25 yards. Out to the Colts 49. So Joe Willie Namath is picked off once again. Double 1s. They're the whammy, folks. Jets drive comes to a screeching stop. And that's going to be Volk pick. As Namath hangs his head and goes back to the sideline. Total jubilation on the Colts sideline. Just over 2 minutes of play. Jets will get the ball first in the second half. That's why it would have been huge if they scored. But here come the Colts trying to tack on to their 14-0 lead. Let's go to the Colts sheet. For another pick. Here comes Earl Morrall on the Baltimore Colts. And Morrall is going to throw the ball downfield. Morrall's going to look for Orr. Deep pass to the fly pattern to the left end. Morrall going for it all after the pickoff. And that is, they're keying it. They have the right play call. 1-5 goes up 2 because it's a 9 play call. So you can take a shot here. The only thing that screws you over is double 1s because that won't change. So a 1-5 on an E goes to 1-6-2-2, incomplete as they were doubling. E, that's the right play call, E. So incomplete. Good coverage by the Jets. 2 minutes to go in the half. Colts are up 14-0. So an incomplete by Morrall. He is now 6 of 9. 2nd and 10 from the Colts 49. Pitch out to the halfback, Tom Matte, and the dice go all over the place as I missed the table. If it was a hand grenade, it would have been good, so we'll re-roll the whole thing. Here we go. Pitch out Tom Matte. I keep calling him John Matte. This is a 7-play call against a 7 defense, and that's a penalty. So 2 for the penalty. And that'll be the 2-minute warning. But now we roll for the penalty. Jets hoping it's on the Colts, and it's a 24, and a 24 is 5 yards on the offense. Backs them up to the 45, so it's going to be, Jets accepted, so it's going to be 2nd and 15. So they move too soon. We come out with a 2-minute warning. We can call timeouts. 3 timeouts means no clocks run off the no ticks go off the clock for 3 plays. 1, 2, 3. We have 5 plays left in the half if we have a first down and everything. So we'll call timeout here. 14-0. Try to get in field goal range at least. And the Colts are going to go short pass. We're going to go short pass to the flanker Richardson. So this is a 14. It's an 8-play call. So it goes up 1. 46. They're playing a base defense, the Jets. So 46 to Richardson, the flanker, on a B goes to a 55. Gain of 9. 2nd and 1. We'll use our second timeout. So a gain of 9 to Richardson. He now has 3 receptions, so he's met his and 28 yards. So a gain of 9. Did I do something wrong there? We backed up 5. They had positive. 2nd, 5th, 2nd. I think I did something wrong. It just doesn't seem right. Five-yard penalty. We backed him up. Gain of 9. All right, 3rd and 1. I must have did it right. 3rd and 1. We'll call timeout. Use our second timeout. And if I did something wrong, I shall see it in the replay. So 3rd and 1. We use our second timeout. And they're going to give the ball to Hill, the fullback, up the middle to pick up the first down. And that is, they're keying the fullback, D. And it's a 34-7 offensive play against a 7 defense. 34 F. 2 yards in the first down. So at the 40, 1st and 10. I will check to see if I did something wrong after the game. And now we use our last timeout. Our last timeout here. From the 40. So we picked up 2 yards on that. Hill gets the first down. Good tough running by the fullback, Hill. 5 carries, 7 yards. Big first down. So 1st and 10 with 3 plays left. Long pass. Actually, that is a stupid play call, Al. Even though it's a 9. And the phone rings. I shall be right back. And we are back. Thank you for your patience. All right, so 1st and 10, 3 plays left in the half. We're going to go medium pass. Who has a reception still? Medium pass to Orr. Going to go medium pass to Orr. The end. So we're going to go medium pass to the left end. Orr. Morrill drops back to pass. And it's a 25, goes up to 26, so it's a penalty. And that will waste our last timeout. So we only have 2 plays left. Now let's see what the penalty's on. Higher the roll is towards the defense. The lower the roll is towards the offense. And that is a 15. We're not playing injuries. And that's 15 yards. Personal foul. Ouch. Chop block, late hit on the offensive line. And that brings them to their own 45. So 1st and 25. Only 2 plays left before the half. Colts are up 14-0. And so we're going to go long pass to Orr, the left end. So Morrow's looking for Orr. It's a 20 here play call. It's going to go up 2-9 against the 7 defense. It's a 7, so they're keying Maddie out of the backfield. But it's a 1-6, and that will be incomplete. So 2nd down. And this is it, because if we complete the pass, that ends the half. No timeouts left, so we're going to go bomb. We are going to go bomb to Orr. So a bomb, another long pass to Jimmy Orr. Morrill throwing it up. And they got Orr keyed again as they're playing the prevent. That's a 22, goes up to 23, 24. Incomplete. That's only 2 ticks. So they'll get one last shot on 3rd down. So Morrill is 0 for 2 on that. He now has 11 attempts. 6 of 11 for 72 yards. And we might as well go to Tom Matty, the halfback, on the halfback post pattern. So he's going to look for Tom Matty on the post pattern. 25. And that is a 9. Let me make sure. 22 is a 9. So we would have liked to have. It's a 33, incomplete, and there's the half. So at the half, 14-0 Baltimore. On 3 long passes. Morrill's now 50%. 6 of 12 for 72 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Jets will get the ball first in the 3rd quarter. So the interceptions have killed Joe Willie Namath. Broadway Joe and the New York Jets trail 14-0 with 2 quarters of football to play. You go to the chat here. We have Dog Sidious. Dog says I had 4 seconds of latency on Twitch versus 7 to 8 seconds on YouTube. Dog says you can run a stream test and check your bandwidth and stuff. As they're talking about streaming, so cool. We're going to be, Dog, we're still on for tonight around 10 p.m. You, myself, and Chris from Stradmatic, Delaware. All right, start of the 3rd quarter, 14-0 Colts. And the Jets. Maynard's back for the kickoff. Tom Matty to kick off. That's a 56, as you always go with the lower dice. 71 yards, touchback. Tom Matty booms it through the end zone. And here come the Jets. And Joe Namath, he's thrown 2 picks. 1st and 10 on the 20. The Jets have to get going. Last drive snuffed out by the pickoff on the flare pass to the halfback Boozer by Volk, the safety for the Colts. Namath at the half, as he starts the 3rd quarter, 3 of 8, 26 yards, and 2 picks. Boozer, 6 carries, 14 yards. Snell, 1 for 4. Maynard, 1 reception, 5 yards, and Lamons, 2 for 21. Still time in this game. They're going to go pitch out. Emerson Boozer. Can he turn the corner? And that is an 8 against an 8. Stays even. It's a 33 against a base play call. So it's a standard defense. 33B on the pitch out. And it's only a gain of 1. 2nd and 9. So Emerson Boozer struggles to get around the corner. 2nd and 9. Boozer now 7 carries, 15 yards. 2nd and 9. Again, pitch out Emerson Boozer. Leaner. 34. Again, the base defense. 34. And that's a 2-yard gain. So it's going to be 3rd and 7. So 3rd and 7. As they're containing Boozer now, the Colts. Just over 13 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. 14-0 Colts. 9 carries for Emerson Boozer and 17 yards. So 3rd and 7. We've had some luck with the tight end here. Short pass. Short pass to Lamons. And they have that keyed. 1-4. 1-4. That's going to go down 1. It's a 7 offensive play call. So 1-4 goes to 1-3. Incomplete as Namath is hit, but he's able to throw the ball away. And it's 4th down. And the Jets will punt from their 23. So 3 and out for the Jets. Another incomplete pass for Joe Namath, who has struggled mightily in this I Guarantee Bowl. 3 of 9 for 26 yards and 2 picks. And here comes the punt. Back is Tom Matte, all everything for the Colts. And Turner will punt, and that's a 24. That's not going to be a good punt. And we're just going to back it up 3, and we'll add 3 to the punt. So 45-yard punt. It's a 42 plus the 3 we backed up. So 45, 10, 20, 30, 40. And Matte will not fair catch it. He will field it from his 35 and try to get the Colts in good field position. So here's Tom Matte. And that's a 45 on the punt return. And it's a 6-yard return out to the Colt 41. So 1st and 10 on the Colt 41. And here comes Earl Morrall and the Baltimore Colts. Up 14-0 with their first possession in the second half. Earl Morrall, 6 of 12, 72 yards and 2 touchdowns. Tom Matte, halfback option pass, 1 for 1 for 16 yards. I think that was the very first play, I believe. Hill, 5 rushes, 7 yards. Matte, 2 rushes, 3 yards. They only have 10 yards rushing. And we're pretty much a throw. We can only throw to, because I can throw one more time to our split end or, one more time to Matte, and 2 more times to the fullback Hill. So let's try to get the run game going here. So handoff on 1st and 10 to Hill, the fullback. It's a 7 offensive play against a 7 defense. And 1-3 will stay even on the base defense. So a 1-3B minus a yard. Colts still cannot move the ball on the ground. The Jets are up to the task. So 2nd and 11. As they're going backwards on the ground. Hill, 6 carries for 6 yards. That is a 1-yard average. So 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. They're going to go hand off to Tom Matte, the halfback. They're going to go inside with Tom Matte. They have that keyed. 1-5 stays at a 1-5. And that is a G minus a yard. Another negative play on offense on the ground for the Colts. The front 7 totally smothering and beating the Colts offensive line. So it will be 3rd and 12. As Matte now has 3 carries for 2 yards. That's a ½ yard per carry. So 3rd and 12, and Earl Morrall is going to go back to pass. And we've already thrown, oh, we got Mackey. We can throw one more time to Mackey, the tight end. So 3rd and 12. And Morrall's going to look for his money man, John Mackey, the tight end, on a medium pass. And that is an 8. So it's going to go up 1. 18 play call. Medium pass to Mackey. And that is a 4. I'll just roll that over again. 5. Double covering the wideouts. It's not going to matter. A 1-2 will go up to a 1-3. E. Incomplete. Well, if it was like a C, it was minus 17. But incomplete. So 3 and out for the Colts. The Jets defense holds. 10 minutes to play in the third quarter. 14-0 Colts. So Merle is now 6 of 13. Tom Matty will punt from his, we'll say the 40. We'll take 1 off because we moved it up 1. So here's the punt by Matty. 1-6 on the punt, and that's a 40-yard punt. So fielded at the 21 as we move it up 1. And here's Don Maynard with the return. Jeez, no luck for the Jets on these rolls. 1-3, so the return by Maynard. 1-3 on the punt return. He loses 4 yards as he tries to gain the corner. And the Jets will start 1st and 10 from their 17. Weeb Eubank is going nuts on the sideline for the Jets. Don Shula. And a 2 for the incomplete, I forgot. Don Shula very happy so far on the Colts sideline. And here comes Joe Willie Namath. Down by 2 scores. 14-0. And let's go to the Jets here. We're on the Jets. Okay. So 1st and 10 from their 17. Jets need to get something going. Those 2 picks were killers. Namath. Sauer. The left end. Namath play action fake. He's going deep to Sauer. 8 offense against an 8 defense. Going to stay the same. He needs a huge roll here. 36 on an 8. They're keying the tight end. Oh, man. We need a 44. Incomplete. Just off the hands of Sauer. Need a 44. Been a long gainer. So incomplete. Namath just claps his hands together. He just missed. 2nd and 10. Namath now 3 of 10. 26 yards, 2 picks. So 2nd and 10. Pitch out. Halfback. Boozer. 24 stays out of 24. It's an 8. And it's a 4. And they're playing D, so they're playing pass. So they have the wrong play call on the pitch out. D. 24. 2 yards for Emerson Boozer. Brings up 3rd and 8. A big conversion coming forth for the Jets. They need to pick it up. Need to keep the drive alive. Emerson Boozer now, 10 carries and 19 yards. He only had that 1 run to start off the game, 12 yards. So 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. And Namath is going to look. We've had luck with the tight end. Medium pass to Pete Lamons. It's a 7 against an 8 defense, so the dice roll will go down 1. And this is not going to be complete, as that's a 1-4 against a base defense. 1-4 goes to 1-3. Incomplete. 4th down. And here comes the punt team once again with just over 7 minutes to play. So the Jets will punt, we'll say from their 20. We'll add, we'll take 1 off. So here's Turner to punt. And back deep is Tom Matty. And that's a 1-6 on the punt for Turner. A 1-6 is 40 yards. So Matty will return from his 40. 1-4. The stink rolls continue. On the punt return. 1-4. And he loses a yard. Plus we moved it up a yard. So it will be at the 40. Yeah. because we moved it up a yard, so we should have moved that back a yard. So 1st and 10 for the 40 for Earl Morrill and the Colts, up 14-0. Jets just had very little success. They had the one drive. It was going well. They picked up the 4th down conversion, and then Namath threw the pick on the flare pass, picked off by Volk. And here comes the Colts looking to grind some clock. They've had no success on the ground. They've only rushed for 8 yards on 9 carries, but they're going to go, hey, diddle, diddle, once again up the middle with Hill. And this time, Hill, even though they're keying him, they have the right play call. It's a D on the black die. It's a 45. It'll stay at a 45F, and 4 yards for Hill. So 2nd and 6. More importantly, the clock starts to go tick, 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 even though it's only the 3rd quarter. 1, 2, 3. Under 7 minutes of play, 2nd and 6. And that's a 4-yard gain for Hill. Now has 7 carries, 10 yards. And they're going to go hand off Tom Matty, the halfback. Again, stays even. 7 offense, 7 defense. 66 on a base defense. Tom Matty goes head low, blast through the hole, legs churning, breaks out of a tackle. And that is a 14-yard gain. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Out to the 48-yard line, 38. No, on the 42-yard line of the Jets. So 1st down on the 42 of the Jets. On the 14-yard up the middle with Tom Matty. Put his head down, broke a tackle, kept his legs churning, popped out of it for 14. Matty, 4 carries, 14 yards. Under 6 minutes of play in the 3rd quarter, 14-0 Colts. In this I Guarantee It Bowl. Once again, they're going to go, hey, diddle, diddle up the middle, handoff fullback Hill. And that is a 4. Black dies blank, 4. And they're playing pass, so it's a broken coverage there. A, B, C, D. D goes with the 4. It's a 1-5. It stays at a 1-5, so this isn't going to hurt too bad. 1-5, no yards. So 2nd and 10 from the 42. 5 minutes of play in the 3rd quarter. Jets smother Hill under. He now has 8 carries, 10 yards. So 2nd and 10. Handoff. Tom Matty. Base defense, 1-6. Stays at a 1-6. And the halfback this time will not get hey diddle diddle up the middle. No yards for Matty. Thrown roughly to the grass. And it's 3rd down and 10. 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Jets trail by 2 scores, 14-0. Matty now 5 carries and 14 yards. So 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. And Earl Morrill has one more shot with Mackey. And or 3rd and 10. Medium pass to John Mackey. This is an 8-play call against a 7 defense. Thank God I remember the plays now because I'm on the wrong sheet. I'm not even looking at it. But yep. So the 18 is an 8 offensive play rating. Oh, I'm wrong. It's a 9 offensive play rating. So it's going to go up 2. They're going to look for the tight end. 18, 9. And that is a 34 against a 3 defense. And they're blitzing. So the Jets come with a blitz on 3rd and 10. But Mackey on the medium slant in. That's a 34. It's going to go up 35, 36 on the blitz. Incomplete. So they get to Morrill, as that's a C. and you go down. It goes 34, 35, 36. INC is incomplete. Had we gone short, we would have had it. And I almost went short. But we wanted to go a little longer route. If we got the completion to make sure, it's incomplete. And the Jets defense holds just under 4 minutes to play. And Tom Matte will stay out on the field and punt. We'll move it up 2 from the 40 and take 2 off. So here's Matte to punt. Jets come up big. The pass rush almost gets tomorrow. Take 2 off for the punt and the return. Matte with the punt is a 2-3 on the punt. We go to the punt chart, 41 yards. But we moved it up 2, so it's 39. So that's right at the 1. The Jets will attempt the return. Here's Don Maynard. 1, 2. 9 yards. Maynard's hit. Fumble at the 10. Oh, my Lord, another turnover. This could be death for the Jets, as the Jets need a 5-6 to maintain the ball. 1 through 4. 1 through 4. Will go to the Colts. It's a 3. The Colts recover at the 10-yard line. Oh, after the Jets defense does yeoman's work, they hold the Colts to a punt. Tom Matte, beautiful punt. Maynard fields it at the 1, goes 9 yards. The big pop, the fumble, and the recovery by the backup linebacker, Grant Curry. Curry, the backup linebacker, gets it. So a fumble recovery. The Jets continue to shoot themselves in the foot. So, fumble. Fumble recovery. Curry. Third turnover for the Jets. First and goal from the 10 for the Colts. And a very winded Jets defense comes back out on the field. Hello, LMR. How are you, my friend? Hope all is well on this Saturday. And here come the Colts. Hey, diddle diddle up the middle with Jerry Hill. Handoff fullback. And that is a penalty, as it's a 2-6. And it stays a 2-6. It's the 7 play against the 7 defense. So a penalty here. And that's a 44. And that is on the defense, 5 yards. So it's going to be first and goal from the 15. As 2 ticks come off the clock. Illegal block. Or something. So 5 yards. First and goal from the 15 now. And again, handoff Tom Matte, halfback. And again a 2-6, so back-to-back penalties. And this is a 1-4. And again it's on the Colts, 15 yards. Colts going backwards to the 30. So first and goal from the 30. 20 yards worth of penalties on 2 plays. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Colts up 14-0. So the Jets still have hope here. Colts are going to go 13. Colts are going to go draw 8 or 9. Let's check 8 or 9 out. Draw Tom Matte, the halfback. It's a 7. So it's a 9 there on the play column. And it stays even. Base defense, 35. Stays out of 35. On the draw, B, no gain for Tom Matte. Smothered under. And it's going to be second and goal from the 30. With just over a minute to play in the third quarter. There is still hope for the Jets thanks to those 2 penalties. Packed them up 20 yards. They were first and goal from the 10. Matte, 6 carries, 14 yards now. So second and goal from the 30. Handoff Hill. Hey, diddle diddle up the middle. And Hill, 56, stays out of 56. black die, blank, and it is a 6. And they're keying the fullback. Imagine that. So the Jets defense playing stout. It's a 7-yard gain. So they're at the 30. 25. 23. So as the third quarter starts to wind down here, one more play left in the third quarter. It is 3rd and goal from the 23. They'd like to get closer here. Have to add 7 on. It's a 30-yard field goal attempt. It's a long field goal for Maddie. So 3rd down and goal from the 23. And the Colts are going to go short pass to Mackey, the tight end. That is a short pass to Mackey is a 15. A 15 is an 8, so it goes up 1. Will they catch the Jets in a blitz? It's a 25. It goes up. Penalty. Penalty goes to 26, and that will be the end of the fourth quarter. And we'll see who the penalty is going to be on with 15 minutes of football to play. 15 more minutes in the I Guarantee Bowl, and the Colts are up 14-0. Jets defense have kept them in the game. Jets have turned it over 3 times, 2 interceptions and a fumble return on a punt by Don Maynard. So now we roll, and it's a 36. The 36 is on the defense 5 yards. We can decline it and take the play over, or we can take the 5 yards and attempt a field goal. So we're on the 23. It would go to the 18. From the 18, you add 7. It's a 25-yard field goal. We're going to take the penalty and try for the 25-yard field goal. I believe. That's the way we're calling it. Whether that's right or wrong, that's what we're calling. 5 yards on the defense. 5 yards on the defense. No, it would still be, if it's 5 yards, that means they did something. So it's still, no, it's still 3rd down, I believe. Still 3rd down. So we get 5 yards closer, so it's 3rd and goal from the 18. And they're just going to hand it off to Hill, the fullback, try to get even closer for the field goal. And that is a 2-5, stays at a 2-5, base defense, 2-5. They will, oh, wow, the 2-5 on the handoff to the fullback, 4 yards. Down to the, what was I on? 18. Down to the 14. And here's 4th down, and here comes the field goal team, which means Tom Maddie. And I actually think they had a lineman who kicked field goals, but I don't remember who, so we're just going to go for the field goal here to put us up 17. The Colts up 17-0. I play as both teams. So from the 14, you add 7. It's a 21-yard field goal attempt. The goalpost hung out. The goalpost hung out over the goal line, so it's no 10 yards back. And the goalpost was actually in the middle of the field. And they used to run pick plays. They used to try to run the defender into the goalpost. So in 68. They moved him back eventually because people were getting smacked on a goalpost. So what did I say? 21-yard field goal attempt. We need a dice roll of 16 or better. So here comes the field goal. Blocked! The Jets blocked the field goal. Unbelievable. The Jets playing stout on defense. And it is minus 18 yards. So we'll add 1. We'll take it at the 15. 5, 10, 15. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So the Jets recover the blocked punt on their own 34. Unbelievable blocked field goal, excuse me. The Jets stay alive. It's still 14-0. We're going to put that over here somewhere. We're going to say blocked field goal. Put that down here in the miscellaneous. Blocked field goal. by the Jets. So it stays 14-0. Here comes Joe Namath. Namath has not been, well, let's be polite, good. He's not been good in the I Guarantee Bowl. Namath, 3 of 10, 26 yards, 2 picks. He's completed. Jets have turned it over on 2 interceptions. Colts, Curtis had a pick, Volk had a pick, and the fumble recovery by Curry on the Maynard punt return. So here comes Joe Namath with just over 14 minutes of play, down 14-0. Jets have to get busy. Get the offensive play sheet. So the Jets, down 2 scores, have to go. Flare pass to Emerson Boozer. It's an 8. Trying to catch the Colts in some sort of deep pass defense. And that is a 25. Stays at a 25. They're keying. It's a D. They're keying the right play call, so they're keying Boozer, the halfback. It's funny how that works out, because you probably would be keying him. So 25 and a G on the flare to the halfback. Incomplete. So 2nd and 10. 14 minutes left in the game. Colts up 14-0. Joe Namath's horrible day continues. 3 of 11 now. 2nd and 10. Namath is going to look for Sauer, the left end, on a short pass. So that is a 13. It's a 7 against an 8 defense. So the dice roll will go down 1. 36 against an 8. They're keying the tight end. So that is a horribly wrong play call by the Colts defense. Wrong play call. So 36 goes to 35. A gain of 8. So 3rd and 2. And it's been a long time between completions for Joe Namath. That's Sauer's first reception for 8 yards. Namath now has 4 completions on 12 tosses. And that's 34 yards to go with 2 interceptions. So 3rd and 2. They got to pick this up. 3rd and 2 from their 42. Handoff to the fullback, Matt Snell. 7 run play against an 8 defense. They need a big run here by Snell. He's got to put his head down and grind. And he will not grind. As a 1-2 goes to a 1-1. On a base defense, a 1-1 handoff to the fullback. And the only good news there is it's negative 2 yards and not a fumble. So Snell loses 2 yards. And it's 4th and 4 from the 40. As Mike Mad Dog Curtis and friends drag Snell to the grass. 4th and 4. Snell, 2 carries, 2 yards. 4th and 4 from the 40. Jets are going to, if we don't make it, point blank range, basically. Jets are going to go for it. 4th and 4 on their 40. And they're going to look. Short pass. Short pass to the tight end, Lamons. Namath, can he convert another 4th down? 20. It's a 1. Black dice blank 1. They're playing run. The Colts are playing 1. 22. 24, excuse me. Incomplete. Goes to 23. If it stayed at a 24, it would have been 1st down. That's where the defensive rating comes in. 24 would have been 4 yards in the 1st down. They're an 8 defense. Let me just double check. I know they're an 8 defense. It's a 7 offensive play. Incomplete. As it goes off the hands of Lamons. Taking over 1st and 10 on the Jets 40 are the Colts. Oh, Joe Willie. As Lamons drops the ball. 12 minutes left in the game. Colts trying to grind it out here. And the Jets defense has to come up big again. 13 attempts, only 4 completions for Joe Willie Namath. Here come the Colts. First and 10 from the 40. I appreciate everyone who stayed in the chat. That's pretty awesome, to be honest with you. I know most of you guys are not Dice football fans. That just shows how much love this community has for one another. For someone to sit and listen to me babble about Dice football, that's awesome. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. So first and 10 on the 40. And there are people who also like to watch, and I greatly appreciate them too. And here come the Colts, and we're just going to grind the ball here. Hand off to the fullback. Well, the Jets, a tiring Jets defense, has to try to stop them. And Hill, and the tiring continues to tire. They do key him, though. The Jets key him. They have the right play call, but it's a 55. First column, F55. Hill just churns those legs on a 55. He picks up 6 yards, so it's 2nd and 4. But more importantly, ticks come off the clock. 11 minutes to play in the game. 2nd and 4. As Hill, you can see the fatigue on the Jets defense. They've been out there a very long time. And that's Hill's 9th carry. 6 yards, so he has 16 yards now. The Colts have rushed a total of 15 times for 30 yards. 2 yards a carry. So 2nd and 4, and they're going to give it to Hill again, the fullback. And that is a 9, so it's a base defense because the black die is blank. And a 9 corresponds the way we have it with the base defense. And Hill again keeps his legs moving. 45 on a handoff to the fullback. B, 7 yards and a first down. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. 1st and 10 on the 28-yard line of the Jets. You can definitely see the fatigue factor on the Jets defense. They have kept the New York Jets of the AFL in this game 14-0. They blocked a field goal the last time, the special teams. So 1st and 10 from the 27. I think I said the 23. And that was 7. Now it's 23 yards on 10 carries for Hill. They're going to go hand off to Tom Matty, the halfback. Again, 7 play call against a 7 defense. Dice roll stays even, the red dice. And that's a 23. They're playing pass coverage, so it's a blown defensive call. It's a 4, so that corresponds with the D, which is deep pass coverage. And handoff on a 23 on a D is a 2nd column, 2-yard gain, so it doesn't hurt that bad. So 2nd and 8 from the 25, and the clock continues to go tick, tick, tick. Under 10 minutes to play. 2nd and 8. So Tom Matty grinds for 2 yards. He now has 16 yards on 7 carries. 2nd and 8. Again, they're going to give it to the halfback, Matty. And a 2-5 stays at a 2-5. They're keying the short pass to the tight end. So it's going to be a 2-5 against an H. That's again the middle column. 2-5 against an H. 3 yards. So it's going to be 3rd and 5. So the Colts killing the Jets 2-3 yards at a time now. They're just taking time off the clock. Tom Matty, 8 carries, 19 yards. 3rd and 5. Big, 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 big defensive play coming up here for the Jets. 3rd and 5. They from the 21. 3rd and 5. What does Earl Morrill do on a scramble? 7. Is a 6. Yeah, let's not do that. Again, they're going to give it to the halfback. Actually, they're going to give it to the fullback, Hill, up the middle, 3rd and 5. And it's a 5. And they're looking at the receivers on a short pass pattern because it's an E. And that corresponds with the 5 dice roll on the green die. The black die was blank, so you go to the green die. These are all rules I made up, watching other people play and getting ideas from different games. So it's a 3-5. It stays a 3-5. Hand off to the fullback, Hill. And it's an E. So it's a middle column, 3-5. 5 yards and a first down. So 1st and 10 on the 16. A big run by Hill. As the Jets defense is gassed, you can see them. You can see them. 5-yard run by Hill and a first down. He now has 28 yards on 11 carries. The Colts just grinding it out now. 1st and 10 from the 16. Hand off to the halfback, Matty. And that is, they're keying Matty. The D's the right play call, but Matty breaks arm tackles as the Jets are fatigued and do not bring him down. They could have at the line of scrimmage. It's a 56. It stays at a 56. Off the first column, G. 8 yards for Matty. It's going to be 2nd and 2. As Matty runs through the arm tackles of the Jet defenders. Just over 7 minutes to play. 2nd and 2 from the 8. As the Colts now start to bludgeon the Jets. And that's, he now has 27 yards, Matty, on 9 carries. 2nd and 2. They're going to give the ball to the halfback, Matty, again. 66 on a standard defense. Black die is blank. Green die is 2. A is up for the run. B is a standard defense. So 66, handoff, 14 yards, touchdown. So it's a, is it 4? Did he get in? 2 yards. Yes, because he had to. So it is a 8-yard touchdown run for Matty. And that's going to salt the game away as Tom Matty now has 10 carries, 35 yards, and a TD. An 8-yard touchdown run. For Tom Matty. As you can just see, the Jets defense totally fatigued. And I forgot to mark off the other run. And this run. So 6 minutes left in the game. 20-0. The extra point. Again, a 1 is a block. A 2 is a shank. And he shanked it! A 1-2. So the lineman, straight ahead kicker, shanks it. And it will stay 20-0. With 6 minutes to play, the Jets need 3 touchdowns. And I don't think that's happening. So Joe Willie Namath, so the kick is no good. Missed kick. That's what we'll put. Missed kick. Take care, LMR and AK. Thank you for stopping by. Hello, Ben Hogan. So here's the kickoff for the Colts, who are now up 20-0 in the I Guarantee Bowl. And it doesn't look like it's going to be a guarantee this time for Joe Willie Namath. Kickoff will be from the Colts 40. Back is Maynard. That's a 33 on the kickoff. 60 yards in the end zone. Touchback. 1st and 10 at the 20. Time is very short now for the Jets, trailing by 20 points. Turnovers have cost them. Just over 5 minutes to play, and the Jets need to throw the ball almost every down. Go to the Jets card here on the spreadsheet. So pretty much everything's open now for the Jets. They're so far down. I'm not even going to look to see who caught what. We still can throw to a ton of guys. Namath's only completed 4 passes, so. Namath, remember the Colts have an 8 defense, so nothing's going to go up a roll. And the Jets, most of their plays are 7s, except some long pass plays. And that's what we're going to have to do. They need lots of points and quickly. And once I find the Jets score, offensive play, here it is. All right, the Jets, 1st and 10 on their 20, trailing 20-0 with just over 5 minutes to play in the game. They're going to go deep to Sauer, their left end. Namath going for it all on 1st and 10 from the 20. 4. Oh, my God. You want to talk about luck for the Colts. So it's a black die. Not that anyone cares. So when it's a black die, you go to the green die. And that's a 4. So you just go 8. You know, there's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H for defensive cards. And I mixed in some other stuff. So a D is a prevent defense. A 4 is a D. So if they have the right pass coverage, it's a 46. It stays at a 46. So we go long pass. D, 46. It's going to be a caught. And it's and lucky it's an 8 because it's caught for, I can't see if that's 40. Oh, God. Glasses. 46 D is the last column. And anything else before 46 would have been incomplete, but it's 28 yards and a first down. 10, 20, 30 back it up to, so they're at their 48. A 28-yard completion to Sauer, and that's his second completion. And he now has 36 yards. Namath now has 64 yards of passing offense. 5 completions on 14 attempts. So 1st and 10, and we got to go tick, tick, tick. They're never going to, we have to score quick. Onside kick, and onside kicks, you just don't get onside kicks in this game. See if they can avoid the shutout here at least. So again, Namath has to go deep. Time's running short. They're down 20-0. 21. He's going to go a bomb to the flanker, Don Maynard. And 25, and they're keying Maynard because the D they have the right D defense call. And that will be incomplete, as that's an 8 defense against an 8 offensive play call. So just over 4 minutes to play, and it's 2nd and 10 from the 48. Namath now 5 of 15. Bomb, deep, long pass to Sauer, the left end. He completed on the prior play for 28. And that is a 45 on a 5. Oh, my God. And they have that's an E, which means they're doubling the receivers. 45E. Incomplete. Oh, wow. So the Colts defense not giving up an inch. Make sure I got that. 45 on an E. It stays even. Incomplete. 3rd and 10. So just off the fingertips of Sauer this time. Under 4 minutes of play. 3rd and 10. 20-0. And again, they're going to go to Sauer. Long pass. 36 on a 7. They're keying a halfback, but that's not going to matter. So that stays even. 36. That's incomplete right across the board. 4th and 10. 3 minutes to play. 4th and 10. So there are 2 more incompletes. I didn't mark. So he's 17. 5 to 17. So 4th and 10. 4th and 10. We got to pick up the first here. But we need points. So Don Maynard, flanker, long pass. It stays even. They need a huge high dice roll. 55! 55! They have Maynard key, but to no avail. He makes the catch between the 2 defenders on the 55. And that's a 29-yard gain. And we'll bring that up 2. And we'll call that 27 yards. We'll move it up 2 to the 50. So 10, 20. That's to the 30. And down to the 25, 20, down to the 23. So he connects up for Maynard on 29 yards. Maynard now has 2 receptions and 34 yards. as Maynard split the defenders as he went up in the air, made the catch. They did bring him down. Namath, 6 completions for 103 yards. I believe I did that right. On 18 tosses. That's caught. So just over 2 minutes of play. 1st and 10 from the 23. And again, deep to Maynard. 44! Now I get the rolls. And that is a 6. And the 6 corresponds with the fullbacks. They got the wrong play call. So 44F. And they looked out. Son of a gun. 44F incomplete. Led Maynard a little too far to make sure. 44, 6, A, B, C, D, E's a 5, F's a 6. Incomplete. So 2nd down, 2-minute warning. 2nd down, as Namath led Maynard a little too far. 6 of 19 for 103 yards, no touchdowns, 2 picks. Deep to Sauer, the left end. 26, stays a 26, penalty. Jets hoping it's on the defense. You need a high roll here. 1-3, it's on the offense. 15 yards. Move it up to 3, whatever, right here. 42, I think. So it's going to be 2nd and a mile. And 1 tick goes off the 2. 2 ticks for the penalty. And now we'll start using our timeouts as this game's pretty much over. Deep pass to Sauer, the left end. 25, right call, incomplete. So 20 attempts. Another timeout. Again, we're going to go deep to Maynard, 21. That's a 36 base defense. Incomplete. 21. So it's 3rd down. We'll use our last timeout. Deep to Maynard. Left end Sauer, number 20 play call. 1-6 stays at a 1-6. It's a 2 base defense. Black die was blank. And what did I say? 1-6. Incomplete. No more timeouts left. 4th down. Namath going to the end zone looking for Sauer. And that's a 9. Base defense 1-5. Incomplete. Jets turn it over on downs. And that's the ball game, folks. We just got to run the ball once. Hey, diddle, diddle, to Hill up the middle. 1-4 on a base defense. No gain. Ball game over. So the Colts win 20-0 as Hill gets one last carry. So the Baltimore Colts win 20-0 in the I Guarantee Bowl. That's what Joe Namath said before Super Bowl III. He guaranteed a win from poolside. I think it was from poolside. He could have been at a function, actually. A little cup of coffee. So thank you very much. Let me go to the chat here real quick where I can see. Thank you to Dog Sidious. Thank you to Broke Black Man 94. Alicia Kingston. Ben Hogan, thank you. And check out Dog Sidious' channel, Broke Black Man 94's channel. Alicia Kingston, check her out. Thank you, Ben Hogan. Thank you, Living My Rhapsody, LMR. Check her out. Wonderful channel. I greatly appreciate anyone who watched now or later. Hope you enjoyed the game. I greatly appreciate anyone who actually just came by to keep me company. That's awesome. And if you enjoyed the game, by all means, leave comments if you want. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, and thank you to ID Gesture. I think he was here a little earlier, too. So, Alan Shaw, thank you very much, our good friend from across the pond. Check out ID Gesture's channel. And check out all the friends of the channel. Johnny Be Crazy, thank you. Phanomatic. So thank you very much, everyone. The Jets lose 20-0 in the I Guarantee Bowl. And we actually made decent time on just about 2 hours. And let me quickly go through some stats, and then we shall call it a stream. So Earl Morrall, 6 of 13, 72 yards and 2 touchdowns. Tom Maddie, halfback option pass, 1 for 1 for 16 yards. Hill, the fullback, 12 carries, 28 yards. Maddie, the halfback, 10 carries, 35 yards and a touchdown. Maddie, 1 reception, 19 yards and a touchdown. So we had 2 touchdowns, 1 rushing, 1 receiving. Or the split end, 2 for 30 yard receptions. The flanker Richardson, 3 receptions, 28 yards. And Mackey, the tight end, 3 for 25 yards and a TD. The scoring went as follows. I didn't keep the quarters and stuff, but the first scoring started it was in the first quarter. 6-yard pass from Earl Morrall to John Mackey, extra point good. Then in the second quarter, 19-yard pass to Tom Maddie from Earl Morrall, kick good, 14-0 at the half. There was no scoring in the third quarter as the Jets defense kept them in the game. They actually blocked a field goal. I don't know if that was in the third or the fourth. Then we had an 8-yard touchdown run by Tom Maddie. The extra point was missed. So 20-0, that's how the ball game stayed. The Jets defense did play quite stellar. They just wore down in the end. For the Jets, Joe Willie Namath, Broadway Joe, well, that Broadway show closed on the first night with this game. Broadway Joe, 6 of 22, 103 yards. He had 2 more completions, but they were to the other team. He threw 2 picks. Mike Curtis, the linebacker, had 1 on a flare pass to Boozer, and Volk also had a pickoff. And then there was a fumble recovery on a punt to Maynard after a 9-yard gain. Curry recovered it for the Colts, so 3 turnovers for the Jets. Matt Snell, 2 carries, 2 yards. Emerson Boozer, 10 carries, 19 yards. Sauer, 2 receptions, 36 yards. Maynard, 2 receptions, 34 yards. And Lamons, 2 receptions, 21 yards. So the Jets have it handed to them by the Colts. And most likely Colts fans wish it really happened. But in reality, and again, this isn't reality, it's just us having fun with some simulation. In reality, the Jets would win the Super Bowl 16-7. Joe Namath was named the MVP. Probably should have went to Matt Snell. I know Joe Namath called all the plays, but I think Matt Snell, with the touchdown and over 100 yards, should have got the MVP. So thank you very much. As people are saying thank you, so thank you to you guys. And I hope we're going to be on Dog Cities' channel around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. At least I think it's Eastern Standard Time. I don't know if he's going off Central Time. So, Dog, just send me a message if we're still on for tonight. I think you're having some issues streaming, if I was understanding correctly. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate your time. Till next time, health and happiness. Watch out for that big hit over the middle. If you like, please hit the like button. Please share. And if you're not a subscriber and you want, subscribe. Fran Tarkenton Football. Lots of fun. Till next time, God bless. Peace.